I was born in Cambodia in the aftermath of the Khmer Rouge genocide. She met my father, and then I was born about a year before we made it to the refugee camp, and my father was killed right before we got in. So then when we went into the refugee camp, it was my mom with 3 kids on her own and another one on the way. And we lived there for about 4 years before we were finally approved to resettle in the U.S. I became kind of the person that spoke the most English and understood the paperwork the best in my family, so it fell on my shoulders to kind of help us navigate that process. And that experience really opened my eyes to how confusing and terrifying and difficult it can be for people to navigate these bureaucracies and these rules that are extremely complicated. And that was kind of when I first became really interested and passionate about immigrant and refugee rights issues. When I think about the 4 years that I spent at ASU, I really remember it as 4 of the best years of my life. ASU gave me a platform from which I could put into action what motivated me. I got really involved in different human rights and refugee rights related extracurricular activities at ASU.
She invited me to sit on her original board, the Community Outreach and Advocacy for Refugees. And it was to work with refugees resettling in the community.
And I think it really kind of solidified my values and what that means for me in terms of my commitment to the rest of the world and what I think of those issues from a broader standpoint.
She was obviously heavily involved in immigrant rights issues and always looking for opportunities to do that both within the firm and outside the firm. Bo came to me about a year ago and said, would you be interested, or the firm be interested in donating $150,000 to PLAN, the Phoenix Legal Action Network.
There really wasn't anywhere in Phoenix where if you're an immigrant family and a mom or a dad is facing deportation and you can't afford an attorney, you're completely on your own. And we wanted to try to address that legal services gap. And we just hired an incredible attorney who started the beginning of January. The request for help is already more than we can handle.
What she is doing is helping people like herself, people who have gone through a similar experience as her family. She exemplifies strength, kindness, compassion, more things that we need in the world.